here on IceTime.TV with Devils player coach Andrew Lord after a 5-3 victory against the Manchester Storm, completing a 4-point weekend. And Andrew, you weren't ahead a lot over the weekend in the 2 games, but you got 4 points. That just speaks to the character of this team.
Yeah, we just felt like doing it the hard way this weekend, right? Why not? The first in Nottingham yesterday, we came out pretty sluggish. I wouldn't say, other than a couple, maybe 2 or 3 little short spells there, did we give up some real great A's. Other than that, we at least kept them to the outside. We're playing okay defensively, and then I thought the second and third we really picked it up and took over for the most part, and that was fun. One of the biggest comebacks I'll remember from this season, probably right up there with that Coventry third period. Then tonight, would have loved to come out of the blocks a little sharper. Still thought we controlled the play in the first, but just throwing too many pucks to the middle. They're collapsing, they're playing very, very defensive and then countering us, and it made first half to come from behind. Again, like you said, love the character, love some of the goals the guys got tonight. Really thought some guys stepped up and made some plays for us, which was awesome.
How key is patience in a game like that, and do you preach that on the bench? Because obviously Manchester, very good, very effective, similar to how Nottingham have played in this building. As you say, collapse a little low, try and keep you to the outside and block a lot of shots. That must get frustrating after a while. Yeah,
it does, especially when you're not making calculated plays and making plays that are sort of low percentage in the offensive zone is probably the best way to describe it. Maybe not so much on the bench, but in between periods, we did have a talk, especially after the first. It just felt like everyone was like, wow, if we lose this game, we're going to lose the league or something. And it sure felt like the building was like that as well. And I think that, when everyone starts gripping it a bit, it sort of is counterproductive, especially when we have time with the puck. It wasn't so much a work ethic thing, it was more a execution and decision-making thing. And I thought in the second and third, the guys calmed down, played within their means and had a lot of confidence and had the courage or whatever you want to call it to make some plays, which was great.
When that tension does come about, we did our first interview of the summer in that locker room, and we talked about more veteran leadership perhaps on the Devils team this year. Are you seeing the fruits of that veteran leadership now? Are you getting support in that locker room, and are guys just keeping the room quite calm and positive?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and I feel very fortunate. We have some real leaders, and I think more of the guys have been there before, and they also have the confidence within their skill set. Let's face it, we're a very talented offensive team, which even when you're behind, it just feels like it's going to take work and everything, but we have the capabilities and the overall team dynamic to come back from deficits. I think I'd like to do that a little less going forward, but yeah, for the most part, I think very confident veteran group, and it's great in games like tonight.
We know the Devils play very well on the cycle and down low, but in recent weeks it seems the puck movement, the speed of that has come up a couple of notches, and the Devils look a very dangerous team. You've got some line chemistry, and that puck is going around the zone. There's some things of beauty out there.
It's good. Yeah, we had the last full week, a week before last there. Thanks, Sean.
Sean Benevolio there.
Class
How
act. You, Sean? But we worked on playing with some more speed, and I think the guys have taken that on very well. And at the same time, having some line chemistry, being able to sort of stick with the same ones here for a bit, of a longer stretch does definitely help the chemistry. And I think we saw that tonight, some guys really connecting with each other.
How are you enjoying going out with Martin and Benevolio? There seems to be a bit of chemistry on that line. We talked about it last week. You keep play simple. You scored the second goal tonight just going to that net. It looks like it's a lot of fun to play on that line.
Yeah, it's pretty fortunate. I know what I need to do there. There's no bones about it. I probably shouldn't really be on that line, but I think it helps in these gritty games, especially when the whistle's getting put away, especially with the goaltending caliber's gone through the roof here the last couple seasons, and you need traffic now. It's similar to the NHL in that aspect, and I think I can help out in a few little areas there. But I thought those guys were flying tonight, along with some of our other skilled guys, and it was good.
I'm going to throw in a cheeky question, which you'll probably say no comment to. I read on social media, and some of the Steelers fans, some of the Belfast fans, they maybe expect the Devils to fall away. Before your time in Cardiff, the Devils have fallen away in league title run-ins. The last couple of years, the Devils have been unlucky. Do you use that as motivation? Do you ignore it? Is it a message you have to talk to the players about, that we're in this for the long haul? Does that play on your mind at all?
It doesn't play on my mind. I think if anything, it's motivation. We don't really talk about it. We're so focused game by game. Again, there's just too much to do in preparation and within a game that there's no point focusing on that. I think our locker room knows as well that this is a fairly new group. This group got put together 2.5 seasons ago. They won a Challenge Cup title, the first title in 10 years. We've almost won the league 2 years in a row. We won the conference last year. I'd say that's a pretty successful group. And as much pain and suffering as there's been over the years, let's face it, none of these guys were on the roster then. And we have a bunch of winners here. It's going to be a heck of a finish. It's going to be a goal or a bounce in a one-off game that's going to decide a couple of these titles. I'm very confident, but at the same time, we're going to need to play even more consistent hockey.
Just finally, the games keep getting bigger. On Wednesday, you go to Belfast in the Challenge Cup second leg. We won't get a chance to speak to you before then. Your thoughts on that? 5-4 down, but everything to play for.
Yeah, we're right in there. Fortunately, we got a chance to kind of rectify what we did in the third period there the other night, and that's going to be an absolute war. They're going to be very good on home ice. They're very well coached. They're very deep, and it's going to take all hands on deck. It's going to take probably our biggest character performance of the season.
Well, Andrew, it's going to be a fun 6 weeks watching Cardiff Devils ice hockey. Thanks as ever for joining us on IceTime.TV.
Thanks.